Hi, everybody. We are at the very end of Holy Week now, Monday, Thursday, leading into Good Friday. And normally here in Armadale, we would be planning to gather with the folks at the Methodist Church to celebrate communion, to remember the Last Supper that, at least earthly supper, that Jesus had with his disciples. This year, of course, we can't do that. So I'm looking more today at what happened the following day, on Good Friday. The crucifixion was a horrific thing. There was nothing good, one would have thought at that time, to be said about it. We know differently because we get to look to the back of the story now, the end story, and how it all turns out. The folks then didn't know. The one thing they could see, though, was that the grace of Jesus did not end. Even when he was in extreme pain, on the edge of death, he was still gracious. He was still open to people. And the story of that time is found in the Gospel of Luke. And it says this: 2 others also, who were criminals, were led away to be put to death with him. When they came to the place that is called the Skull, they crucified Jesus there with the criminals, one on his right and one on his left. Then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." And they cast lots to divide his clothing. And the people stood by watching, but the leaders scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he is the Messiah of God, his chosen one." The soldiers also mocked him, coming up and offering him sour wine, and saying, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." There was also an inscription over him, "This is the King of the Jews." One of the criminals who were hanged there kept deriding him and saying, "Are you not the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed have been condemned justly, for we are getting what we deserve for our deeds, but this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." It is amazing to me that such compassion could be shown in the face of such pain and torment. And as I read stories of people kind of losing the plot while we're keeping ourselves at home, it is a strong reminder to me that the least we can do is to be kind to each other. Yes, we're staying at home. We are feeling that loss of connection with a lot of folks. But what does it cost to be kind and to remember that they're feeling the same way that we are? Not much. It doesn't cost anything at all. So maybe one of our watchwords can be kind, because we have a more than glowing example of it. The hymn for today is really a Good Friday hymn. It's called "O Sacred Head Now Wounded." It is a lament. It is also a praise. O sacred head now wounded, with grief and shame weighed down, now scornfully surrounded with thorns, thine only crown. O sacred head, what glory, what bliss till now was thine, yet though despised and gory, I joy to call thee mine. What thou, my Lord, hast suffered was all for sinners' gain. Mine was the transgression, but thine the deadly pain. Lo, here I fall, my Saviour, 'tis I deserve thy place. Look on me with thy favor, vouchsafe to me thy grace. What language shall I borrow to thank thee, dearest friend, for this thy dying sorrow, thy pity without end? Oh, make me thine forever, and should I fainting be, Lord, let me never outlive my love for thee. It is time to be kind and to live by the law of love. You all know the usual rules by now. Keep safe, stay home, wash your hands. But this day of all days is the time to remember why we do that. To show the grace of Christ, to be kind, to love each other as Jesus loved us, and to live his words, to love our neighbor as ourselves. Go in peace.